I want to make something very clear because I think a lot of us get confused. You should be making money when you are on these apps, okay? We don't do anything for free in 2026, okay? Because the bills is too high. Moving forward, if you are not, we gotta fix it, okay? So every time you go live, every time you post pictures or stories, whatever it is that you're doing on these apps, you need to be building your business and you need to be making income. If you are not doing that, that is a serious problem that we have to fix today. Time is of the essence. It's got to get fixed today. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you are asleep, okay? We are building generational wealth, all right? But we can't do that if we're only generating income when we're awake because you can't be awake 24/7. So thank you. I need you to be figuring out how you're going to make money while you are asleep. Good morning. If you are not doing that, we have to fix it today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. It has to get fixed today, okay? Something else I want you ladies to understand is this. Good morning. You only need one, just one digital product in your store. You only need one. See, a lot of times we get hung up on starting our business because we overthink and we think we need about 50 products in your store, okay? If that's not true, she said, how are you currently making money in your sleep? We're gonna be creating our digital product. Good question. You only need one digital product in your store, okay? Stop overthinking. Some of y'all think you need about 50 ebooks, 50 courses. No, you don't, you just need one, okay? And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. Good morning, because it changed mine. You guys, when I first started 6 years ago, I lost 100 pounds, okay? And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to exercise, I learned how to fix my mindset, and I learned how to eat right. And so I put all of that information into an ebook. And I started selling that ebook to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too. And I sold it on YouTube, okay? So when I tell you guys anything you want to sell, you can sell, I genuinely mean it. There is something that you already know how to do. There is something that you're really good at. And whatever it is, I don't care how far-fetched or how stupid it may sound to some, that's what you need to be selling today. You gotta start selling it today, not tomorrow. It's gotta get done today, okay? Listen, the reason why you're not selling it, the reason why you haven't created it, the reason why you haven't started is because you live in fear. You live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're trying to do. That's what you've been doing. You've been doing it for years. You were so fearful of putting yourself out there and trying something new, and it fails. You're so fearful of giving something your all and people laughing at you. You're so fearful of looking stupid. And that fear that you refuse to let go of is the very fear that's stealing your dream life from you, okay? You've already done the vision board. You already know what kind of car you want. You know where you want to live at. You know what the house looks like. You know what you want. You know the trips you want to take. You know the freedom you want to have. You know all of the things. Good morning. But you're not living the things that you want because you won't let go of fear. Every single day that you choose to live in fear is another day that you choose to not live the life that you truly desire, okay? Life is about choices. You make the choice to live in fear. And we have to stop that today because year after year will continue to go by and you will not be living the life that you truly want to live. Thank you, lady. Now, what I want to know is this. Who on this live is tired of their own BS? If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. And what I mean by you're tired of your own BS, that means that you're tired of always starting and stopping. You are tired of giving up on yourself. You're tired of telling yourself what you can't do and what's not gonna work. You are tired of not getting the results that you want. If that is you, put me in the chat. I also wanna know who on this live, very good Stephanie, very good lady. I also wanna know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, Go ahead and put me in the chat. You did that last year. Some of y'all been doing it for years. It ain't it. You know it's not it, and you know you want better for your life and for your family's life. Go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. And last but not least, I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you don't have any idea, or just know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. For those of you guys who have never ever seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and on this live, we are going to build our online business from scratch. I'm going to teach you how to make your ebook, and I'm also going to teach you how to sell it. But more importantly, ladies, we are also going to be building ourselves. We're going to build our confidence. We're going to build our consistency. We're going to build our follow through. We're going to create new priorities because you don't put yourself first at all, never. Okay, we're going to change that. We are also going to start setting boundaries for ourselves. Believe it or not, ladies, you get in your own way. You have things going on in this pretty head of yours that is keeping you trapped. You do it to yourself. Okay, we got to fix it. I need you to start putting yourself first for once, because some of y'all never do, because when you start prioritizing you, things actually get done. You do for everyone else, but you never do for yourself. And then you sit here and wonder why you don't have the confidence to post the content. You sit here and you wonder why you don't have the confidence to be consistent and even talk about your ebook. Because you never put yourself first. So we're gonna fix all of it today, okay? I'm gonna be saying a lot of information this morning. And if I know anything about you, you are human, which means you are going to forget. You always do, because life, and stresses, okay? It's normal to forget. But the key word of this live is going to be execution. You guys are gonna hear me say this word a million times this morning because I need it to stick in your pretty head. Not only are we gonna talk about what to do, not only are we gonna write it down, we're actually gonna do it, okay? Just like you execute the job to get a paycheck. I need you to execute the plan to build the business, okay? We gotta execute. So take your notes so that when you forget, because you always do, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done. One last thing before we get started, the more you guys interact with this live, the more you like, comment, and share, the more this live will get pushed to more people. So if I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, start double tapping the screen, share the live. Believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They ready to change their life. They're ready for the freedom, okay? So go ahead and share this live, like it, so other women can find it too. If you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, we cut the live short because I had a room full of ladies in here and nobody wanted to double tap the screen. Nobody wanted to share the live. Nobody wanted to comment anything. Nobody wanted to interact with me at all. It felt like I was talking to myself. So I decided to take my information off the live, okay? So please don't ignore me. If you are ready for class to begin, good morning. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Now let's do an affirmation while I wait for some readies, because I see you here. You are here and you're present. Let me know that you are ready. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Good morning. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. Ladies, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can, okay? I believe all ideas that we have come from God. They are seeds that He plants. I firmly believe that God would not plant a seed in an environment that cannot harvest them. In other words, He wouldn't even give you the idea if you couldn't do it. It wouldn't even cross your mind. So if you even thought about being a content creator, that's because you can. If you ever thought about selling a product, that's because you can. But in order to actually get it done, we gotta stop getting in our own way. We gotta stop, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. So what is a digital product and how will we build our business? Let's talk. So a digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out somewhere in the cloud, okay? You are going to create something to sell. And it could be anything. Don't overthink. I told you guys when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. And so I sold an ebook teaching people how to lose weight, all right? Maybe you're a really good mother. You could make an ebook teaching women how to be better parents, okay? So whatever you know how to do, that's what I need you to sell, all right? Now I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps, and these apps will change your entire life if you use them, okay? So not only are you gonna download it, you're gonna open it, and you're gonna do it, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business from scratch, but we're also gonna build our confidence and our discipline, our consistency and our accountability. Amen, amen. We're going to build all of the things. Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love to myself. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love to myself. Well, Jazz, how can I do more self-care? You're going to do things that show yourself that you do value yourself. See, actions speak louder than words. We always want to apply that philosophy to other people, but we never want to apply it to ourselves. Actions speak louder than words. Your actions speak louder than your words. You can say all you want, you love yourself, but do your actions align with that? Do you act like someone who truly loves themselves? Are you getting your steps in? Are you moving your body? Are you eating your fruits and your vegetables? Are you drinking your water? Are you prioritizing 8 hours of sleep? Are you removing people out of your life who are toxic and cause you anxiety? I need you to start acting like you love yourself. Because when you truly love yourself, you don't give up on yourself. No, you don't, okay? So just like you show others that you love them, I need you to start showing yourself that you love yourself too. It's a non-negotiable. So get active. Start drinking your water. I got my water right here. I got my steps in this morning. We need to start showing ourselves that we love ourselves. Get 8 hours of sleep, please. Stop being on social media, go to bed. Okay? App number 1, good morning, Canva, C-A-N-V-A, write it down. This is app number 1, and nobody put a 1 in the chat telling me they was ready. You will be using Canva for everything, okay? Everything you need. So maybe you do want to create content. Canva has thousands of Instagram reel templates, TikTok video templates, everything, okay? Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I tell you guys, every single morning, start your YouTube channel. Maybe today you're going to listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnails on there. And the thumbnails are the pictures that you see before you actually click on the video. That's what draws people's attention to your video, okay? Canva has thousands, and they're very easy to use. You just drag and drop. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. That's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do this morning, but you want to make it look professional. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there, okay? You just have to use it, and it's real easy, ladies. Don't overthink. Now, before we get into app number 2, where's my eraser? I want to speak to the woman on this live who's living in fear. She knows who she is. She wants to start an online business, but she's letting fear creep in, and she's saying things to herself like, well, Jazz, I'm not tech savvy. I'm too old to start an online business. What if it's too late for me? Okay, let me talk to you. Ma'am, first what I want you to understand is this. You woke up this morning. That's a blessing. Every day that you are blessed with another day means you have another opportunity to work towards your goals. So use it. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. Because you are glued to your phone from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You are scrolling on social media all hours, laughing and kikiing and sending reels back and forth in the group chats, commenting, sharing, archiving. That takes tech savviness, okay? So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have to build your online business. No ifs, ands, or buts. And number 3, what did we say? You are gonna sell your knowledge, okay? That's what you're gonna monetize. The information that you already have. So for those of you guys who think you're too old, that means you have more knowledge than a lot of people because you got a lot of information, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling, okay? So get to selling. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. If you're ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Thank you, Jenny. We are building our online business from scratch. Let's do an affirmation while I wait for some 2s. I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. It amazes me how many people try to talk themselves out before they even get started. Failing to realize people never want to give themselves credit where credit is due. Look at all of the things that you have overcome in your life. And in those moments, you didn't think you would overcome it. You didn't think you would be able to get through it. And you did, because you're still here. So you have already proven to yourself how strong you are. And if you can get through all of that, because life's for everybody. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot do this. I can't make this up because I know what you went through was way harder than this, okay? If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Let's go, ladies. Yesterday, we did end the live early because nobody wanted to double tap the screen. Nobody wanted to comment and nobody wanted to share anything. Let me know that you are here and that you are present and you are taking notes. Let me know that I am not talking to myself. If you are ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. Let's do another affirmation while I wait for somebody to type the number 2. I am capable of achieving my dreams. Amen. Thank you, amazing. I am capable of achieving my dreams. I can't make this up. But in order to achieve them, you've got to stop getting in your own way. If you told yourself you were going to do something, then that means you need to do it. Start keeping the promises that you made to yourself. You have no problem keeping promises to other people. But for some reason, when it comes to you, you bail. You give up. You say, I'm busy. I'm too tired. No. If you told yourself you were going to do something, then you need to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? App number 2, ChatGPT. Yes, lady, let's go. App number 2 is ChatGPT. This is AI, and you will be using AI for everything, okay? So maybe you do want to create content, but you're just not sure what kind of videos to make. Fine, ask Chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you do want to create a YouTube channel and start posting YouTube videos, but you're just a little camera shy and you're not too sure what to say in the videos. Fine. Chat will script the entire video for you. Now all you got to do is say the words, okay? I can't make this up. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, which is what I'm going to teach you guys how to create and sell this morning, but you're just not too sure what to put in the ebook. Fine, no worries. ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds. Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch. I can't make this up, but you gotta stop getting in your own way. You gotta stop telling yourself what you can't do and what you're not good at. You haven't even tried. You cannot keep putting other people before yourself, okay? We gotta log in. So I gave you Canva and I gave you ChatGPT. Now we're gonna put it together and write it. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. If you are not taking notes, you are doing yourself a disservice because I am literally about to give you prompt number 1. How can we execute something if we don't even know what we're doing? Because I know you are going to forget. So please let me know if you are ready for prompt number 1. Thank you, amazing. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let's do another observation while I wait for some readies. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Some of y'all don't even really believe that. Because again, actions speak louder than words. Some of y'all really don't even believe that you're deserving of success. Because every time it's time to do something successful, you tell yourself you're not good enough. That means subconsciously, you don't even believe you're worthy of it. This is why I keep saying we are getting in our own way. We have to fix ourselves because you're holding yourself back. Okay? All right. Prompt number 1. Yes, I'm ready for change. Let's go. You're going to open up ChatGPT. In the search, you're going to type this in. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you got that, put got that in the chat. We will not move forward until I see 5 people put got that. I see 12 people on YouTube. I see 15 people on this TikTok. I'm not too sure how many I see on this one. So I do not understand why nobody wants to comment. 1, ready, I'm here, thank you, nothing. Yesterday we ended the live early because nobody wanted to let me know that they were present. Let me know that you are here. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, amazing. Let me know that you got that. Do not wait 10 minutes into the live and then ask me to repeat myself because the answer will be no. Because I gave you ample opportunity on this right now to tell me that you got it. You chose not to. So that lets me know you don't really care. And if you don't care, then why should I? Make it make sense. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. YouTube, let me know that you guys are here. Let's go, let's go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Also, you guys, make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos. And then they make fake accounts. And then they're going to turn around and message you. Please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. They coming to get you, okay? You got that? Very good. You're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I want you to write this word down. This says consistent. Thank you, Emily. This says consistent. Write it down. And then once you write it down, I want you to underline it, and then I want you to circle it 50,000 times. Because in 2026, we are gonna lock into the true version, the true definition of consistent. Because a lot of y'all are very confused, okay? And I am here to unconfuse you. See, some of you guys think consistent means once in a while, when you feel like it, if you have time, if you're not too busy. Now, consistent means more often than not, okay? So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7, more often than not. Ladies, we have got to be consistent if we want to actually get the results that we claim we want so badly. Don't you consistently go to work more often than not so you can get your paycheck? Yes. So why would your business, why would your goals be any different? They're not. I need you to be consistent so that it actually happens for you, okay? Because results don't just fall into your lap. No, they don't. Now, let's make consistency easy, okay? Because life is hard enough. Life is life and stress is stressing, and then bills is coming in. So let's make life easy, okay? It is so much easier to be consistent when you choose things off of the list that ChatGPT gave you that you actually like. Ladies, go through the list and only choose things that you love, that you could see yourself talking about all the time, okay? I want you to love the idea so much that you would drive your husband insane because you won't stop talking about it. That's how you know that is the idea for you. Because let me tell you this, when you're doing things that you actually enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it because now you have something in your day to look forward to. See, the problem is, ladies, we don't fill our day with things that truly make us happy. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. So if you're doing things all day long that you don't like and that don't make you happy, it's obvious as to why you're not happy, okay? I can't make this up. So what you're gonna do is choose a business idea and something that you love because now you have something to look forward to every single day. Some of you guys don't have anything that you look forward to every day, and that's a problem. When you get up every day doing what you love, you have this different energy on you. It radiates through you. The way you talk to yourself changes drastically, all because you are genuinely happy with your life. I have that. I get to wake up every day doing what I love, and I want that for you too. But in order to get that, we have to only do ideas that we truly love. And it's 2026, you can monetize anything. So don't be in your head, well, I'm not gonna make any money. That's not true. That's not true at all. That is not true. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, fine, just ask for 10 more. And keep asking for ideas until it gives you something you want to use, okay? Anything that you want to do, absolutely. Now, before we get into prompt number 2, I need you to write this down. This is critical. Get to writing, here we go. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. Don't you forget that. If you are anything like how I used to be, you are giving all your energy to any and everybody. You're an energy vending machine. And most of the people that you're giving all your energy to don't even give it back. So you are in a one-sided friendship. You are in a one-sided relationship. You're giving all of your energy to your spouse, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your family. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You are giving all of your energy to your job and your coworkers. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity gossip. And by the time you sit down, ready to focus on something for yourself, you can't because you don't have any energy left because you gave it all away. And that's why you're here right now feeling irritated, frustrated, depressed, and down in the dumps. Because you keep giving all of your energy away. in 2026, we're going to pull that on in. We're going to stop. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and listen to her problems. It makes you human. You matter too. Your happiness is important too. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't have to explain anything. No. I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using for my business. No. I cannot give you a ride. That is time I could be spending for my business. No. I cannot sit here and listen to your problems. Shit, I gotta fix my own. The answer is no. Again, most of the people who are draining you are not reciprocating. Because if it was reciprocity going on in the relationship dynamic, you wouldn't feel drained. You wouldn't feel frustrated. You would feel peaceful, okay? But you don't, which means you are doing way too much giving and not enough receiving. That is a problem. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. Because when you start telling people no, you start saying yes to yourself. Money flows where energy goes. And now that you're giving more of your energy to yourself, now things actually get done. A lot of you guys are trying to pour from empty cups. The cup has been empty for years. It is dry. You cannot pour efficiently into anyone if your cup is not in overflow. In order to get it in overflow, you got to start telling people no. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am saying is you matter too. Your happiness is important too. Don't you ever forget that. Okay? All right. If you're ready for prompt number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business from scratch, but most importantly, we are building ourselves. We're building our consistency and our discipline so the shit actually gets done. If you are tired of always starting and stopping and giving up on yourself time and time again, we got to fix it. We got to fix it. Okay? So once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will then put this in the chat. Write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. The key word of this live is execution. Well, how can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Make it make sense, because I know you will forget. And do not wait 10 minutes into the live and ask me to repeat myself, because I'm not going to. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to. Which is fine, but then that shows me you don't really care. And then if you don't care, why the hell should I? Go ahead and put got that in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Good morning, good morning. And make sure you guys follow me so you do not lose me while I wait for some got that. I have survived my anxiety before, and I will survive again now. I have survived my anxiety before, and I will survive again now. Notice how every time we go through an anxiety attack of some sort, we always think of worst case scenario. It's always the worst of the worst of the worst. Just the absolute worst case scenario. But it hasn't even happened. Why do we never think of best case? Best case scenario, I post my content and I feel better about myself because I actually did what I said I'm gonna do, and I was actually able to help somebody with the problem that they had. What if best case scenario, I launch my ebook and I make a sale? What if best case scenario, I tell people no, and the people who get an attitude with me, now I know they weren't people I should have had in my life in the first place? What if best case scenario, I start speaking my affirmations and I actually believe what I'm saying? Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay. All right. So write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. You're going to hit enter. Now, this is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your online business from scratch, because ChatGPT literally wrote the ebook for you. Now, all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it. You will copy what ChatGPT gave you and paste it into Canva. So open the Canva app in the search bar, hit enter. Hit ebooks, type in ebooks and hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Choose your most favorite one. They are all 1000% customizable. You will copy and paste. Okay. Now for my ladies who love to overthink. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. I need you to write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. It's an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. In other words, stop overthinking because it's not getting you anywhere. Stop. Just make sure the ebook is clean, simple, legible. That's it. Clean, simple, legible. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? You will copy and paste. Once you are done and you are happy with it, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF. Where's my eraser? Oh. PDF. PDF. Okay? Once you download it as a PDF, you will upload it to your hosting site. Please write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of this, please got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this is the opportunity to ask. And these are just some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more out there, okay? You just need one of these. Your product does not need to go on all the shops, okay? Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, please got that in the chat. Let me know that you are here and that you are present. Also, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen if I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. YouTube, let's thumbs up the live. I see you. I see you. But the likes not matching. It's not matching, okay? And for those of y'all who never seen me before, my name is Coach Jazz. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos, okay? Great, so everybody's got that. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify, cool. Now, let's talk. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is that they teach you things to do and not to do, all from their personal experiences. YouTube, start thumbs up in the live. I see lots of people in here. I see 15 people, but only 5 likes. The math ain't mathing. I'm not understanding, okay? They tell you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? I have been a full-time entrepreneur for 6 years. I started during COVID, okay? Made more money than I ever could have imagined, all from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes. Lots of mistakes. I got mistakes for days, okay? One of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also life advice, this is critical, ladies, We have got to get a handle on our finances. I'm going to speak on the elephant in the room. Ladies, the version of you that's showing up confidently, who loves herself, who knows how to put herself first and not feel guilty about it, who knows how to tell people no, who's posting her content and building her business and living life on her terms, that version of you, she also has a savings account. She also knows how to spend her money. Okay. We have got to learn financial literacy. We have got to learn how to calculate how much comes in versus how much goes out and sticking to the budget. Because let me tell you this, your problems do not just fix themselves. They get worse until you fix it. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and still be broke as hell until I lived it. See, when I was living paycheck to paycheck, when I had my 9 to 5, I thought it was just because I didn't make enough money. And my assumption was if I made more, all my financial problems would go away. No. They just got worse. Because now I just have more money to spend. And month after month, my account was still overdrawn because I never put myself on a budget. I never calculated how much was coming in versus what was coming out. I never knew how to tell myself no. I had to fix it. I had to change so I could finally stop being overdrawn. Okay, ladies, we got to get a handle on our finances. And the reason why I am telling you this is because these hosting sites have fees. Oh, I know you didn't think everything in life is free and you ain't got to pay for nothing. I know you didn't think that. These hosting sites have fees. You are stepping into business ownership. And before you say, well, I ain't got no money, so I can't do, that's not true. No, it's not. Because you are at Chipotle every day. You were spending $25 on a bowl for extra chicken and queso. You were at Chick-fil-A. You were at McDonald's. You are on TikTok Shop, Temu, and Shein. Don't tell me you ain't got no money. Pull the bank statements and let's see the truth. These hosting sites have fees. Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very high if you are not making that, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, I don't want you on Stan Store. Cross that out. That's not for you. Instead, I want you to use Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. Okay, they charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. That's a great place to start. But I know you're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start generating income, then transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. Buy now, pay later is taking over. So Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, PayPal for interest-free payments. Buy now, pay later is taking over. People are using buy now, pay later more than they are using credit cards. And no, it is not just for poor people. Get it out your head because there are six-figure earners using it too. And I promise you this. If you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, you will make more. Yes, you will. But for now, you will start with what you have. Yes, there's a Stan Store app. Start with what you have. Start building your business, start everything on Gumroad, start building and making money, and then transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? Okay. So what we just did was make the ebook. That's what we did. We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put it together, and we made it. Now we have to sell it. We have to sell it. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. Okay, so we got to get this right or there will not be a business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook that we just did with ChatGPT and Canva, that should not take you longer than 2 hours. Respectfully, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm going to give you some grace and I'll give you 2. And on this live, age ain't nothing but a number. Okay, so I don't give a damn how old you are. It doesn't matter. Because what you're not going to do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it does not. No, it does not. Because you copy and paste links to reels all day in the group chats. So I know you know how to copy and paste. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, you and I have a serious problem that we got to fix today. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know. You want to be a perfectionist, right? That means everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life that she will never get back just to overthink her brilliant idea and second guess her greatness. And then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back, get frustrated and irritated because it's still not perfect, and then give up on it yet again. And then you're going to let 3 more months go by that you do not get back just to overthink some more and waste more of your precious time. And then when you do get started yet again, this time you're going to ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they're not even business owners. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much what people think about you. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste your valuable time. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Thank you. You poor thing. Been there, done that. Let me tell you this. Listen, I absolutely hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. So I'm going to hold your hand when I say this to you. You are not perfect at all. You are flawed. But that's okay. I'm not perfect. I'm flawed as hell. Nobody is perfect and everyone is flawed. What you really are is scary. You are living in fear. And what did we say on this live? Fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's exactly what you're doing. You are running away from the brilliant idea that God gave you because you want to live in fear. You are so fearful of trying something new and failing. You are so fearful of putting yourself out there and looking stupid. You are so fearful of what people are going to say about you. And you have all of this fear and it does nothing for you but keep you stuck right where you are. Fear is literally stealing your dream life from you year after year. You already did the vision board. You already know what side of town you want to live on. You already know what kind of car you want to drive. You already know what kind of savings account you want. You already know what kind of freedom you want. You know the places you want to travel to. You know all of the things. But every day that you continue to live in fear is another day that that fear steals your dream life from you. And if you want to dig even deeper into why we hold on to all of this fear. Oh, no, it did not. If you want to, hold on. If you want to dig even deeper into why we hold on to all of this fear, is because, hold on, let me get this back to lo-fi. It was setting the vibe. Why did it do that? Okay. All right, cool. And if you want to dig even deeper into why we hold on to all of the fear, is because we are self-sabotaging. All of the fear and the excuses and the procrastinating and the talking about what we can't do, all of this is self-sabotage. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we are trying to protect our fragile little egos from feeling disappointed. Your ego is too fragile. It cannot handle the feeling of disappointment, putting yourself out there and looking stupid if it fails. So to protect yourself from feeling that disappointment feeling, you self-sabotage by making excuses and talking about what you can't do and putting other people first all the time so that you don't have to feel disappointed if it doesn't work. But I'm confused because you already said that you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. Some of y'all said you want to quit your job because you hate it there. On this live, I am trying to help you fix it. But in order to fix it, we have to change it. How can we stop living paycheck to paycheck and build our business so we can quit our job if there's no product to sell? How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? How can customers give you their money if there's no products? They can't. It's not going to happen. So you have to launch. You don't have a choice. Because every single day that you live in, every single day that you go to that job that you hate, every single day that you live paycheck to paycheck, every single day that you live like that is another day that you are still living in disappointment because there are still things going on in your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And in order to fix it, that means we have to change ourselves. I need you to launch the product. And I need you to understand and understand that it will never be perfect. So stop trying, because it ain't gonna happen. And understand that the more you do things, the better they get. The more content you put out, the better the content will be. The more products you create, the better the products will be. But you gotta launch. And you need to understand that it will never, ever, ever be perfect. You already said you were tired of giving up on yourself. You were tired of not believing that you're not worthy of happiness, success, and wealth. That's what you said. You were tired of not having confidence in yourself. On this live, I'm trying to help you fix it. And in order to fix it, we have to change. In order to truly build some confidence, you have to stick to the promises that you made yourself. So if you already told yourself you were going to post the content, then post it. If you already told yourself that you were going to start the business, then start it. And understand that it will never be perfect. So stop trying. Everything that you do over and over and over again will get better. But you got to start. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you are distracted as fuck. Excuse my French, but it's the truth. I already know, and I have accepted, that I am not the coach or the mentor for everybody. Because believe it or not, a lot of people just want to hear themselves complain and vent to anyone who's willing to listen. I'm not here for that. I'm here to give you a solution so that it actually gets fixed, okay? So if you don't want the truth, go ahead and leave now. You're distracted as fuck. See, when you get off from work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally have some confidence, but you choose not to. You choose to sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrity drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to sit on the couch and binge watch Hulu and Netflix for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business, reaching your goals and keeping the promises you made to yourself so you can finally have some self-confidence, but you choose not to. You choose to scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we choose to have all of these distractions is because we choose to escape. That is escapism. And the reason why we choose to escape is because there's things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. Instead of you choosing to be a grown woman and fix it, you choose to run from it. But let's take a new path, because obviously that path isn't working. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The business is still not businessing. Content is still not contenting. Sales are not salesing. Confidence is -50. Self-respect is out the door because you talk to yourself crazy and you let others talk to you crazier. We got to fix it. So let's do something different starting today. Instead of choosing to escape a life that you are not 1000% happy with, what if we lock in and choose to build a life that we no longer feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're going to do today. Today, you're going to put yourself first for once. You're going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You were going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to start the ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week. You already know how you do. You never come back. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, please go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, there is no point in talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. On this live, we are building our online business, but most importantly, we are building ourselves. Ladies, you have things going on in this pretty head of yours that is holding you back. You're telling yourself that you're stupid and that you can't do it and that you're not worthy. You never do anything for yourself at all. You're always giving, but you never give to yourself. You have no boundaries. You let people disrespect you regularly, and you sit there and accept it. Absolutely not. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. These are all of the things that are holding us back from the blessings God has for us. Because he ain't gonna bless you when you're around those type of people. And he ain't gonna bless you when you don't put yourself first. We gotta fix ourselves. This head of yours is getting in your way, okay? I should see some more clears. I see 15 people on this TikTok, me and you, we right here, and not one person said clear. Make it make sense. YouTube, I see 15 people, me and you, right here, and only one person put clear. The math ain't mathing. Are we clear on all of those instructions? Let's do an affirmation while I wait for somebody else to put clear in the chat. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. Self-love empowers me to be my best version every single day. Ladies, at what point are you going to do something for self? Your actions speak louder than words. Why do we always apply that logic to how others do, but we never want to apply it to ourselves? You say you love yourself, but what do your actions show? Because it's giving you don't even want to get 8 hours of sleep so you can be well rested and productive the next day. It's giving you don't love yourself because do you even move your body? Did you walk at all today? Do you eat your fruits and vegetables so you can get your vitamins? Do you set boundaries in place so people aren't taking advantage of you? Do we keep the promises that we make to ourselves? Because if the answer is no, that's a problem. That is a serious problem. We got to fix it today. Unacceptable. Okay? All right. Clear. Y'all good. Sales. I told you guys a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we got to get this right or there will not be a business. But I got to be honest. Sales is where most people fail. They fail here at sales. But before you run away and say, oh my God, it's because sales is so hard. No, it's not. Sales is actually very easy. But people's mindset and the things that they say in regards to sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So we got to fix our mindset so we can actually sell something. See, some of y'all say things like, well, Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm being annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. Let's fix our mindset so we can sell something. First of all, what I need you guys to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving, okay? People have a problem. You have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So get that out of your head right now. Number 2, people are living their own lives, okay? Life, and stresses for everyone. They are not checking for you. Ladies, people will forget. You have to consistently remind people about your products and services so that people can even begin to remember. Because if you don't, I promise you, they will forget. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're human and you're gonna forget. You always do. Why do you think I keep telling you the key word of this live is execution? I've repeated myself about 20 times by now. Why do I keep saying that? So that it sticks in your head, so you remember. Not only do you have to write it down, but you gotta execute. Ladies, you have to remind people over and over and over again about your products and services and how you can help them so that they can even begin to remember. Because if you do not, they will forget. Look at Amazon. We are all Prime members. And we all know who Amazon is. Everybody got the memo. And even though most of us spend money with Amazon every single month, they still remind you consistently that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks that you see on the road. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing one of their trucks. Hold on, let me fix this. Okay. They could have left their trucks white. They didn't have to paint them blue and put their logo on it, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. Look at their boxes and their envelopes. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They didn't have to put their logo on the boxes or on the packing tape, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of their packages, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you think they are worried about being annoying? Do you think they are worried about you thinking that they're begging you for money? Do you really think they fear that you're going to unsubscribe because they're talking about Amazon too much? Girl, please. No. They know you are not going anywhere. How do they know that? Because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. And they have you covered. And every month, you will continue to pay your monthly Amazon Prime subscription so that you can get 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I have been online for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook. I am all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently and talk about Glowup Academy and not worry about people thinking I'm begging them for money or being annoying and unsubscribing from my channels? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to build their online business. I teach them inside Glowup Academy. People want to learn how to become more confident and follow through with the promises they made to themselves and put themselves first and not feel guilty about it. I teach them that all inside Glowup Academy. People want to learn how to monetize their platforms and get paid for views. I do that. I teach them all inside Glowup Academy. I'm not worried about people thinking I'm begging them for money. If they unfollow me because I'm talking about it too much, who gives a damn? They just weren't ready to glow up. That's okay. They'll come back when they are. They always do. And since I have that energy about my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? All right. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Happy Thursday. I believe in my infinite potential. I believe in my infinite potential. Ladies, there's no limitation on your greatness except the limitation that you put on yourself. All those limiting beliefs that you hold on to, all of that fear that has you in a chokehold is why it's not getting done. If you are ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you are here, you're present, you're taking your notes. Things won't get better until you think better. Things won't get better until you think better. The things that we have going on in our head is what holds us back. And I know this, if you have chaos going on in your head, I know for a fact you got chaos going on in your real world. If you have toxicity going on in your head, I know for a fact you got toxic ass people around you. I already know that to be true. Your internal world is a reflection of your external world. In order to be better, we have to think better. When was the last time you told yourself you're amazing? Some of y'all don't even know. When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. Well, how can you be better when you don't think better? You want to do great things, but you don't even tell yourself you're great. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. We got to fix this. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. If I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. The more we interact with this live, ladies, the more this live we push to more people. Let me know that you are here and that you are present. I am stronger than this sadness and I will rise above it. Good morning. I am stronger than this sadness and I will rise above it. Amen, amen. Ladies, every day you have a choice. You're going to choose to be happy or you're going to choose not to. Yes, life, and yes, stress stresses. But you still have a choice. Am I going to sit and cry and watch life pass me by? Or am I going to make the most with the time that I have on this earth? Dry your eyes, get up, and do something. Stop throwing pity parties for yourself. No. Get up. Put one foot in front of the other and get moving. Okay? And I do want to address the elephant in the room. Failing. A lot of people want a business. They want to create content. They want to sell their products, but they are so afraid to fail. And that word failing has them in a chokehold. But the problem is, most people are confused with what failing even means. So let me unconfuse you. Some of y'all think failing means you make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire by the end of the month, then you failed. Some of y'all really believe that if you make your first TikTok video and you don't get 10,000 views in 5 hours, then you failed. But that's not failure. Failing only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore. Well, that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just doing something, getting closer to the goals, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 5 hours, doing something, that's not failing because you're still showing up, you're still trying, you're still giving it all you got. Maybe yesterday you were full of excuses. How about today you don't make any? Maybe yesterday you told yourself what you can't do. How about today you tell yourself what you can do? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today you get 5K steps in? If every single day we do something towards the goal, then we are not failing. And you know what else I noticed? A lot of us are entitled as hell. Entitled adults. And you've been living in entitlement for so long that you don't even recognize it. Because see, you pulled a number out of thin air as to when you think you deserve the results that you want. Because you said you should be a millionaire in 48 hours. That's what should happen because that's what you said. And if it doesn't happen in the 48 hours that you said it should happen, then that's why it failed. But my question for you is, who told you it only took 48 hours to become a millionaire? Where did you get that from? You are entitled to results in the time frame in which you have set. But the results always come if you keep going. To my ladies who have lost weight, you know this is true. I've lost 100 pounds. If you consistently move your body and you consistently eat less food, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yeah. Yes, you will. It's inevitable because you keep going. So, if you consistently post your content and you consistently show up, you will eventually get to the dollar amount that you want. It's inevitable. But in order to do that, we cannot quit. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail, and now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? Okay. Sales tip number 1, and for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king, and distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Let's start with the content is king portion. Okay. Now the content is whatever we upload. So pictures, stories, reels, if you go live, long form YouTube videos, all of that is content. Anything that you post is content. The way we're going to get the word out about our products and services is through the content, okay? So, we already said people forget. So we have to post content consistently so that people remember. That's why content is king. Now, some of you guys are not posting at all yet, but I want you to remember this. We said we're just going to consistently just get better every single day. Maybe you're not posting consistently right now because you're camera shy. Okay, fine. We're gonna crawl before we walk and we're gonna walk before we run. If you are camera shy, what I want you to focus on first is just being in front of the camera. Sit in front of the camera and talk to it for 30-second increments, 2-minute increments, whatever. Multiple times a day. Not to post, just to be in front of the camera. And don't you dare tell me you don't have time because you're sitting on this live. Some of y'all been here before. You have time. Once you get comfortable in front of the camera, now we're going to record a 20-second video that we're gonna post just once a week. Once we get comfortable with posting once a week, now we're gonna up it to 2, and then 3, and then so on and so forth. So remember, we're just working on getting better every single day, so there is absolutely no reason to feel overwhelmed. Distribution is queen. Not only will we be posting consistently, we are also going to be building a bare minimum of 3 platforms. We gotta build 3. Why? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You would be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay your bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it like they did this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out, like all the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. And no, it is not hard to build 3. The same exact video that you put on TikTok, you will throw it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, wherever you want to be. Now, which platform should you grow? Good morning. That's up to you. You have lots of options. I always suggest starting with the platform you're always on. So if you are always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you love this app because you're always here. And then just choose 2 more. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, let me tell you this. YouTube is the most watched platform. Some of y'all think it's TikTok. Nope, it is YouTube. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I always urge my students to start their YouTube channel. If everybody is on YouTube, you need to be on YouTube too. Okay? Now, before we move forward, I want to speak to the woman on this live who is still living in fear. We said fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're about ready to do. That's what you always do. You're saying things to yourself like, Jazz, I don't know. I'm listening, I'm taking my notes, but this just sounds like a lot. You're telling me to post consistently. You're telling me to build multiple platforms. You're telling me to make an ebook from scratch. Jazz, I don't know. This sounds really hard. Okay. Well, before you run away from the life of your dreams, I just want to say something to you. First, what I need you to know is I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to, so I'm not going to try. So, if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, then fine, your feelings are valid. You're right, it's hard. If you want to believe that building multiple platforms at the same time is hard, then fine, you're allowed to feel that way. You're right, it's hard. If you want to believe that making an ebook that ChatGPT will write for you is hard, then fine, you are right and it is hard. But I do want to remind you of this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy with the way life is going right now is hard. Going to a job that you absolutely hate every day is hard. Knowing deep down inside that you are meant for more and not living it is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of this. But look at what you already do. That is way harder than this. One thing I have noticed is we never give ourselves credit where credit is due. When was the last time you told yourself that you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. That's a problem. Because there were things that took place in your life. Because life's for everybody. Stresses for everybody. And in those moments, you did not know how the hell you were going to get through it. But you did. Because you're still here today. And despite going through all of that, you don't even believe that you can do this. That's the problem. That right there. Lack of confidence. Confidence is -50. Look at everything that you have overcome, and then you're allowing yourself to believe that you don't have the ability to record and post a 20-second TikTok video that you could make faceless. Really, ladies? Really? Look at everything you've overcame, and you're doubting your ability to copy some words that AI wrote for you and paste it into a pre-made Canva template. Really, ladies? Really? That's what fear does. And you let it. Year after year, you let fear steal your dream life from you. You have already made the manifestation board. You know what kind of car you want. You know what kind of freedom you want for your life. You know what trips you want to take. But every day that you continue to let fear steal your dream life from you is another day that you don't get to live it. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. Ladies, there are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And despite everything that they are going through, they're still showing up and posting their content and building their business. There are women on these apps who have more kids than you. And they are still showing up, just trying to make their dreams come true. There are people on these apps who are always sick. Cancer patients, sickle cell anemia. And despite everything that they're dealing with every single day, they still get up and build their business just to make their dreams come true. There are people on these apps who have lost everything. They've lost their job, their house, their transportation. But they didn't lose hope. And despite the weight of the world on their shoulders right now, they still get up to make their dreams come true. Now, let's just be real for a second. Some of y'all don't have half them problems. Let's just be real. Some of y'all might, and I'll give you grace. But some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are sitting pretty right now. Yeah, you got a complaint or 2 or 10, but you already know life could be worse. And you know deep down inside you are still blessed. And if you can see other people in worse off situations than you, what is your excuse? There isn't one, except lack of confidence. And that is the problem. We have got to fix it today because it continues to steal your dream life from you. Listen, ladies, my online business changed my entire life. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I now have peace. I don't stress about bills anymore. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have confidence now. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a completely different life. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed. I used to be broke. I hated my 9 to 5. And I used to be an alcoholic. See, I had bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. But I bought in back in high school because they told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree. They told me to graduate, get a good job with benefits and stability. I'll make enough where I can travel a couple times a year. I'll be able to contribute extra to my 401k. So by the time I get too old to work, I can live the rest of my days with dignity. That's what they said. So I decided to go off to college. As soon as I graduated, I went off to college. Got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. My mom told me to go. All my friends went. I went. That degree cost me $40,000. Graduated. 6 months later, got my dream job. I was so excited when they called and offered me the position. Oh my God. Full-time with benefits, PTO, health insurance, 401k, matching plans, everything. And they told me they were going to be paying me $60,000 a year. Okay, I was 23 years old back then. I didn't have any kids, so that was a lot of money. So I thought I was really about to be rich. I was so excited, so I moved out of my mom's house because I was sick of her rules and I was ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. Listen, I told you guys I used to have really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I do what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand, okay? Got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F, okay? It was a good car, but it was old. No leather seats, no push to start, no tablet on the dash. See, I had to match my new upgraded life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Cost me $450 a month. You couldn't tell me shit in my Charger. I thought I was too cute. And we all know with the expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all my bills for the month, your girl was broke. Every syllable of the word broke. I could not afford to take any vacations. I could not afford to contribute to no 401k. Okay, I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I was broke. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I was 23 back then. I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. I thought everybody had student loans. Everyone does have student loans. And the government is serious. They want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call, they won't send letters, they want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe once that 6-month mark hits, they're sending letters to the house because they want to see your tax returns because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, so no kids, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I was like, what? $400 a month. And it's not up for negotiation. That's the price. They didn't care about my rent. They didn't care about my car. $400 a month. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit dropped. 520. So there goes my dreams of a house. Not till I fix that. So I'm broke. I have really, really bad credit. I had one last problem. I hated my job. See, college didn't prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, okay? I grew up very sheltered. I didn't know too much in my early 20s. I assumed everybody was just so nice and friendly, and what they said is what they meant. See, when I went to my interview, my supervisor told me that everybody at work was just one big old happy work family, and they all got together and they truly cared about each other. So I went into that department thinking that. Biggest mistake of my life. I learned that in corporate America, people will smile in your face. They will act like they like you. They will kiki and caca with you in the break room. They don't like you. They will sit with you and do Thanksgiving potlucks, and they'll sing Kumbaya and do Secret Santas for the holidays. They don't like you. They'll even hang out with you off the clock. Okay, so they're not even getting paid to be around you at this point, but they will invite you out to happy hour. They will even invite you to their weddings and their baby showers. They don't like you. They'll even text you and ask you how you're doing. They don't like you. And best believe, when you and your work friends are all trying to get promoted, every single thing that you said will end up in your manager's email. But just the parts you said, nothing that they said. I was on the most hated list at work. And just so you know, I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. I had made friends with a woman who was 31. I was 23, she was 31. She told me I was the little sister she never had. And when both of us were both trying to get the promotion, everything I said was in my manager's email. I walked right into that. I know. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get a new job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You could try to have a positive mindset and be optimistic all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. That's trapped. You could try to get a part-time job or work some overtime so you can get some extra money and catch up on bills and stop being so stressed out. But just when you start to have a little bit of a savings account, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It's always something. You could try to pray so God can fix it, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not fixing it because it feels like you still have the same problems that you've been had. That's how trap feels. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. And that's how I felt for 6 years. I used to pull up at that job. I would sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in, every single day. I used to bring that job home with me. So what that means is you have clocked out. Okay, you are at home. You're not even getting paid to be around these people anymore. But you can't even enjoy time with your spouse because you're literally telling your husband all of the toxic things that happened at the office. These people have taken over your brain. You can't escape them. There's no peace. I couldn't sleep anymore. I'm so stressed out about bills. I started to have anxiety, butterflies in my stomach that I couldn't shake. And to cope with all of my anxiety and my depression, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves, but it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, then you are already doing something hard. Crying every day because you are so miserable right now is hard. Dragging yourself to a job that drains your spirits every single day is hard. Stressing about bills, robbing Patrice to pay Paula is hard. And I lived like that every single day. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat, week after week, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? I used to think there was something wrong with me. There was nothing wrong with me. That's depressing. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with you. That's depressing. Anybody would be depressed. But now I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do. The beauty of having an online business is you can monetize anything. There's no such thing as a stupid idea. There is no such thing as too far-fetched. How many times have you scrolled on your For You page yesterday and saw the darndest things, asking yourself, how is it that people are getting paid to do this? Doesn't matter how. They are. They are. All because they decided to try. All because they decided to let go of the fear that you keep holding on to. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more a day, you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. Yes, you do. See, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? So what should have only been a 20-minute drive into the city was an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 8 hours at the job, 1 hour bullshit lunch break, 11 hours out of my day gone. I'll never get it back. By the time I do get home, I am drained, exhausted, defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you got to put everyone to bed and do it all over again the next day. And mind you, the people who you truly love, they don't even get the best version of you. They don't get the happy version. They don't get the stress-free version. No, they get the miserable version. They get the sad version. They get the unhappy version of you. You put everyone to bed just to repeat the cycle again the next day, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what the hell are you looking forward to? Because Friday, you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much, because you have to prepare for the work week. You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go to the grocery store, you got to do laundry, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God I serve, He loves me. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be miserable and depressed? Why would He put me on this earth to think there was nothing special about me? Why would He make me for that? He didn't. He didn't make me for that. He made me for a very special reason. And He allowed me the opportunity to find it and monetize it. He made you for a very special reason too. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet for yourself. There is something very, very, very special about you too. But the problem is, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It becomes dim, and then it gets dark. And now you're sitting here today thinking that there is absolutely nothing special about you and that you got skipped. You did not get skipped, and there is something very special about you, and you deserve to monetize it. But you will not be able to monetize it if you continue to let fear steal your dream life from you. How many times do I have to tell you, if you even had the idea, that's because you can. All of our ideas are seeds that God plants into our mind. Why would He plant seeds in an environment that cannot harvest them? He wouldn't. He would not let you think of something that you couldn't do. But in order to do it, you have to stop letting fear steal your dream life from you. You can do this. You can do this. Okay? Okay. So I don't want to hear nothing about being afraid anymore. Fear don't live here. Okay? Sales tip number 2, for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. Okay? Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So How do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, remember we said our content is everything that we upload. So reels, YouTube videos, pictures, live, whatever. Anything that we hit upload on is content. In your content, you have to be relatable, and I need you to be authentic. So in other words, I need you to be yourself, okay? A lot of you guys are doing yourself a disservice because you're trying to be perfect, but nobody can relate to that because they're not perfect. And so then you're not even being yourself because you're not perfect either. I need you to be yourself. Now, if you're anything like how I used to be, I used to struggle with being myself because for the longest time, I didn't know who I was. Because I spent my whole life being who I thought other people wanted me to be. If that is something that you struggle with and you don't know who you are yet, this is your sign to start spending more time by yourself. You spend entirely way too much time with others, and that has to change. I need you to start doing things for yourself by yourself. I need you to start going out by yourself. Start sitting at home by yourself so that you can figure out who you are and what is your personality. Now, some of y'all are camera shy, so you're overthinking the whole thing. Okay, ladies, stop being camera shy. You would be amazed at how many people you can help just by posting your content. There are so many people in this world who need you. You have a solution to their problems. And it's impossible for people to not like you because there's 8 billion people in this world. So someone is bound to like you, okay? When you post your content, it goes everywhere. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound. I have women inside of Glowup Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. There are women in there from Germany, Australia, Canada, Jamaica, France. All because I had a solution to their problems and I was able to help them. Imagine if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live. Well, then I wouldn't have been able to help anyone who's watching because I wouldn't have went live because I was living in fear. But that's literally what you're doing right now to the people who need you. So stop overthinking and just post your content. Thank you. Just post your content, okay? Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to know us? All right. I need you to go live. Going live is the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. How? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect and engage and interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed, and you're gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna say, fine, don't. I told you guys earlier, I'm not gonna convince you to do anything you don't wanna do. If you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you, you also say you didn't wanna go to work. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to build someone else's business and make them rich, but they absolutely refuse to build their own business and bust their ass. You see people, especially on TikTok, all day and all night, selling, 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 selling. True or false? Just selling. The internet does not sleep. I don't care what time of the day you go live or night, just go live. Now, some of you are like, well, Jazz, I would. I'm not against going live. I'm just a little live shy. Okay, fine. Listen, the only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience going live. Okay, it's not because you suck at life. It's not because this isn't meant for you. It's just because you don't have enough experience. We have been on this live for 114 minutes, almost 2 hours. And that lets me know if you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, without a doubt, You will get to the point where you are no longer live shy. Everything in our life that we do over and over and over again, we always get better at. That's been proven to be true in your life. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you got to do it consistently. You didn't always know how to read and write, but now you do that just fine. How? Because you did it consistently. You did not always know how to drive. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you do it consistently. So just imagine if you consistently went live. I can't make this up. Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but ladies, people work extremely hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, well, then you gotta be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, I wanna do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out and take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what we have to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing anyone can teach that you don't already know. Well, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. Keep thinking that. For those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize that there's room for growth and improvement, I'm talking to you. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our profile and we're gonna ask ourselves some questions. Please write this down, this is very important. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now, ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, please be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because, ladies, you have the power to fix it. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, then fix it and make it clear so people know what to expect when they get to your profile. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of business. That's the beauty of everything that we've talked about so far. You have the power to fix it. You choose not to. Listen, I already know I am not the coach for everybody. And I have accepted that. Because believe it or not, most people just want to complain and vent to anyone who's willing to listen. And they absolutely have no intentions of changing. I'm not here for that. I am a solution-based person. Any problem that you come to me with, I promise you, we're gonna have a solution for it. You have the power to fix anything in your life that you don't like, that's not giving you the results that you want, but you make the choice not to. That is a choice that you make every day. Continue to do what you're doing or choose to change it. If you are live shy or camera shy. I already told you how to fix it. Start going live consistently. And it'll get to a point where you are no longer live shy or camera shy. Some of you guys have already been on this live and you already know that because you heard me say it. And you still make the choice to not do it. If you are struggling with low confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Keep the promises that you make to yourself. If you told yourself you were going to post the content, then post it. If you told yourself you were going to launch your ebook or your digital product, then launch it. If you told yourself you were going to start a business, then start it. If you told yourself you were going to lose weight, then lose it. But every day you choose not to. A lot of times we live in a trapped mindset. And we have been living in this trapped mindset for so long that we don't even recognize that we're living in one. And you believe how things are today is how it's always going to be, and you have no power and no control over your life. Well, I'm here to tell you that's not true at all. And look, I used to have a very trapped mindset too. I really used to believe I was trapped at that job. And I believed it with my soul and my spirit. I was never trapped at that job. See, the problem is we don't want to leave our comfort zone. So instead of leaving the comfort zone and changing it, we'd rather stay in our comfort zone and be miserable. I could have left that job way before I did. I could have went out and got me some part-time jobs and quit that job. But then I might have to work nights. No. What if I have to work weekends? No. What if I have to work holidays? No. See, I was comfortable with the 9-to-5 schedule, weekends off, holidays off. I didn't want to leave the comfort zone, even though the comfort zone was killing me inside. I could have moved back home. But then if I do that, now I won't have my own place. No. I need my own place. I didn't want to leave the comfort zone. So I chose to stay miserable in it. I could have let the bank repossess the car I couldn't afford and just fixed my credit later. But then I would have to give up my Charger. No. Not the 2015 Charger with the rims and the leather seats. So I chose to stay in my comfort zone, even though the comfort zone was making me miserable. I was never trapped at that job. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life, which was leave. I chose to throw pity parties. I chose to make excuses. I chose to feel sorry for myself. I chose to procrastinate. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life forever, which was leave. Some of y'all believe that you don't have the power to fix it yet because you just need more information. And you believe that if you just watch more TikTok lives and watch more YouTube videos and you'll get more information and then you can fix it. But what if I told you you are not lacking information at all? you have more information than you even know what to do with because you are on social media all day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you are looking at social media. You have more than enough information you need to fix your life. It is not lack of information. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. Which is why I made the key word of this live execution, because you're not doing that. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse as to why things can't get done. You are the woman who continues to waste her precious time that she'll never get back. You are the woman who chooses to procrastinate and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. That is you. You're doing all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life forever, which is start. You are going to have to change because you are getting in your own way. You are holding yourself back. You are your own worst enemy. You have to change because there's things about you that do not align with the version that you want to become. You want to become the version of yourself who is confident, who loves herself, who puts herself first and doesn't feel bad about it, who follows through with the promises that she makes, who's running her business and not caring what people think, who has standards and boundaries for her life. That version of you, she's already within you. She's already within you. But the problem is she was buried under the fear. She's buried under the limiting beliefs. She's buried under all the people pleasing that you do. She's buried under all of the negative self-talk that you have with yourself. And until you change those things, you will never become the version of you that you want to become that's living your dream life. You have to change. And my question for you is, when do you want to change? Because obviously what you've been doing isn't working. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The content is still not contenting. The sales are still not salesing. The business is not businessing. The confidence is -50. The self-respect is out the door because you never put yourself first. You talk to yourself crazy and you allow others to talk to you even crazier. The results that you want are not had yet. And my question is, how much longer do you want to keep doing what you're doing? Because you're not getting any younger. We have become so entitled in society to the point where you don't even realize how entitled you have become. See, when people hear the word entitled, they assume children. No. Adults are very entitled too. And you have become entitled to time. And you really in your soul believe that you have all the time in the world to bullshit. Because time is infinite. But my question for you is, who told you that? How do you know you'll be here 6 months from now? Who told you that? How do you know that you'll be here in 5 years? Who told you that? Life, time is not guaranteed. And instead of you living your life to the fullest, you choose to waste your precious time. You waste your precious, valuable time on movies and shows, consuming funny videos, dealing with people who do not value you, a job that does not respect you. That's where you choose to spend your precious time. Time is your most valuable asset because you will never get it back. See, a lot of y'all think it's money. It is not money. You can always make more money, but you will never get more time. And the time that you chose to waste is gone. 2025 is over. You will never be this age that you are right now in this moment again, because you are getting older and you are continuing to let life pass you by. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself in your own life. Let me ask you, how many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:36 a.m. Wow, I cannot believe it is February 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I am 35 years old. Or insert Blake, your age, right there. Put that right there. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. So you already see for yourself how quickly time is moving. And you still make the choice to waste it. And my question for you still remains, how much longer are we gonna keep doing that? Because as you can see for yourself, it's not getting you anywhere. You are going to have to change. Because you keep getting in your own way. One of the toughest realizations I had to accept in life and in business, your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. So for those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices you make. Now, this is where your ego is going to come in and try to protect you from the truth and say things like, no, Jazz, it's not my fault that I'm paycheck to paycheck. I genuinely don't make enough money. How can I get ahead financially if food prices are as high as they are? Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Let me tell you why. Times have been hard. This did not happen last night. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. And every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? It is our community, our followers, our subscribers, our viewers who buy our products. But every day, you choose not to. You choose to complain, you choose to vent, you choose to throw pity parties for yourself, you choose to talk about what you can't do and what's not gonna work, you choose to waste your precious time. These are choices that you choose to make year after year. At some point, you are going to have to choose to change. Because if you do not change, you will continue to live a life that you are not 1000% happy with. Look, I'm not perfect at all. The version of me that you guys see today is a reflection of all the changes I had to make. I am nothing like who I used to be at all. I had to change. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. And for the longest time, I used to make excuses for why I couldn't lose weight. I used to say, well, I can't lose weight because I have thyroid problems. No, I couldn't lose weight because I couldn't put the fork down. But once I chose to eat less and move more, I finally got the results that I wanted, which was to be a healthy weight. I used to be full of excuses. I used to be a procrastinator. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. And later never showed up. I never used to have boundaries. I used to let people disrespect me all the time and continue to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I would allow them to erode my confidence. I had to change that. I had to get some boundaries. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid all the time. On an hourly basis, saying things like, Jazz, you're so freaking stupid. What is wrong with you? You could have did that better. Let me ask you, how was I going to be a successful entrepreneur when I'm talking to myself like I ain't got no sense? I couldn't. That had to change. Ladies, the things you say to yourself is how you allow other people to treat you. If you talk to yourself crazy, I know for a fact you got nonsense in your personal life. Your internal world is always a reflection of your external world. So I know for a fact if you got chaos going on in here, you got chaos in the real world. If you disrespect yourself in here, I know you got people who disrespect you and you tolerate it. That's got to change. Stop talking to yourself like you don't have sense. The biggest distraction that I used to struggle with was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, the problem would have just went away. It would have just fixed itself. Let me tell you what I learned. Your problems do not fix themselves. Because if you don't fix it, the problem just gets worse. See, at least when I was working, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I was at work. Well, I quit my job on a whim. I quit during COVID. Everything was shut down. I had nothing but time to distract, to drink, and I took full advantage. See, I just put in my 2 weeks. I had been there for 6 years. I was fed up. I was turning 30 in a few months. I was like, you know what? I'm done with y'all. To hell with y'all. I'm gone. Okay? And I didn't have much money. Okay? And I just bought a house. Hadn't even been in the house for a whole year yet. But I quit. Couldn't take it. And I believe God told me, Jazz, the time to quit is now. And I quit when I did, right during COVID. Now, my plan was I was going to live off of my stimulus for a few months. Okay? Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have that much stimulus in the first place. I only had about $2,000 to my name. And the mortgage was $1,900. So I wasn't going to get very far. But I just assumed it would all just fix itself. I could grow my business, stall some bills, and it'd all just come together. right? So now I'm at home doing all the things that you do. Watching YouTube videos and TikTok lives, content creation, digital products, monetizations, platforms, and algorithms. I'm watching all the videos. I told you guys, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. See, I was lying to myself and telling myself I was being productive when in fact I was not being productive because I was always drunk. Let's just be real. And back then I had nothing but ego. So it was never Jasmine's fault. It was always someone else's. I'm not the problem. So I'm getting pissed off because I'm not making sales. Nobody's watching my videos. Nobody's clicking on my website. Nobody is buying my stuff. So I started blaming the algorithm. Oh, it's YouTube. It's Instagram. It doesn't like me because why is it not pushing my videos? I was not posting consistently. I was not going live. I was always drunk. And then I was getting mad at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I quit and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. There's no more arrangements. If I don't pay the bill on the date that we set, they will cut them off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they will start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year. I am stressed and I am pissed and I'm scared. I didn't want to admit to myself that I had a drinking problem. I didn't want to say that out loud. Who wants to admit that they're the problem? The shame, the guilt. I couldn't do that. So I continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, alcoholics start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till after 11 a.m., even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, I don't have a problem, and there's absolutely nothing to discuss. What? I can't make this up. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from yourself. You can't keep running from the truth. Eventually, you're going to hit a brick wall. And eventually, God is going to make you listen. See, I believe God is within us. Okay, so I have God within me. You have God within you. He's within us. So those ideas that we get, that's God giving you those ideas. Those are seeds that He's planting. He's telling you to do X, Y, Z. That intuition, that gut feeling that you get, that is God trying to warn you. But a lot of times, we spend so much time trying to ignore God. See, we always say God is ignoring us. No. We are ignoring God. We're ignoring God. We say we want to hear from God. It sounds good in conversation. It sounds good on paper that we listen to God, but we really don't. Actions speak louder than words. If you truly listen to God, let me ask you, how many ideas did He give you last year that you didn't even try? If you truly listen to God, let me ask you this, how many times did you go against your gut just to find out later you were right the whole time? We never want to listen to God. That's why we distract ourselves to avoid listening to the one person who is going to help you. But eventually, He's going to make you listen. And I will never forget, I was sitting on my bed crying, lost, stressed, freaking out, saying they're really about to take my house. I'm about to lose my house. And I'll never forget, God said, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I have been. He said the opportunity is literally right in front of you, and you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. Haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And when I decided to change, my entire life began to change. I started really posting consistently. I started going live. My platforms started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. For the first time in my life, I started to feel good about myself. I started saying nice things to myself, like, I can do it, I'm amazing, I'm so proud of me. I never used to talk to myself like that before. Now that's how I'm talking to myself. All because I decided to change. See, what a lot of people fail to realize, and I didn't always know this either, ladies, in order to get something, you're going to have to give up something. In order to get something, you have to give up something. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God to give me for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace the job. And I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make $45K, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job, please. God gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I don't know. I didn't even know 10 people. I thought 10K would be crazy. God gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I couldn't even get 5 people to watch a video. God gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. God gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the version of me that y'all see today, I'm confident, I love myself, I know how to put myself first. I have boundaries, I have non-negotiables for my life. I talk to myself with respect and I demand respect from others, and if you're not gonna give it to me, then you can bow out. I know how to tell people no. I follow through with the promises I make to myself. This version of me was buried under the fear and the procrastinating and the excuses that I was making. And I wasn't going to become this version until I changed who I was. You're gonna have to change, because who you are right now does not align with the version of you that you want to become. You gotta change. And sure, maybe change is hard. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is hard. Okay. Well, the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Knowing deep down inside that you are meant for more, you know there's better, and not even living it is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Going to a job every single day that drains your spirit is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. I've lived both hards. And I will always choose this hard. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. Ladies, anything, and I mean anything, that you want to do, you can do. If you even thought about it, that's because you can. God would not give you ideas that you can't do. No, he would not. God would never plant a seed in an environment that could not harvest it. No, not my God. Absolutely not. But in order for you to get it, in order for you to live it, you are going to have to change, because you keep holding you back. See, we delay our own blessings. You delay it because God already has the blessings outlined and ready to give to you. He designed you for them. But the problem is, he gives us free will. So, in other words, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Knock yourself out. If you want to delay another 5 years, he'll let you. You want to delay another 20 years, he'll let you. Some people never get their blessings because they refuse to change who they are. But when you change, when you become obedient, when you actually listen, when you stop running, he gives you everything. Everything. times 10. But you gotta change. Because who you are right now does not align with who you want to become. For those of you guys who want to change, then I want to help you. But I cannot help people who don't want it. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change, then I want to help you. See, inside Glowup Academy, I'm going to teach you how to run your online business from scratch. I don't care where you're starting. Every single thing that you need to be successful is in there. Maybe you want to grow your platforms and get monetized for views like how I do on all of my platforms, how my students do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's in there. Maybe you want to sell an ebook or e-course. Maybe you want to do a private community. Fine. It's in there. I'll teach you. Maybe you do want to go live. You want to sell on TikTok Live. You want to sell on YouTube Live and Instagram Live. Fine. I'll teach you. It's in there. Every single thing that you need to be successful with your business is inside Glowup Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to start and run your business, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Ladies, inside Glowup Academy, together you and I are going to build your confidence. Together you and I are going to build your follow-through. Together you and I are going to put yourself first for once. Together you and I are going to build your discipline, your consistency. So not only do you start today, you actually follow through. You actually do it. You actually get the results that you want. Glowup Academy is a space where I teach you how to build your business. Most importantly, I teach you how to build yourself so that you can stop starting and stopping. There's nothing that you can't do. But we gotta change. And Glowup Academy is the space where not only do you change, you get held accountable and you actually follow through. Now, before I let you join Glowup Academy, it's a couple of things. Number one, I only accept 10 people at a time because, believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Some people have a product but no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. I told y'all earlier, money flows where energy goes. And some of you guys are spreading yourself too thin. You got 50 ideas you're trying to work on, but none of them are growing because you're not putting enough energy into anything. You're doing a whole bunch of nothing. We're gonna choose one idea, and we're gonna grow your most favorite one. And then once that one is flourishing, we'll reach back into the pile and grow another one. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and no worries, we'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't want to start a business yet or at all. Some of you guys have other goals that you want to reach, like weight loss or whatever it is. Fine, we'll do that together. No matter what your path is, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me, and I want to make sure that I'm able to pour into you the way that you deserve. So I cap it at 10, and I don't allow more people to join until I'm ready to accept more. Another thing, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes because I can only help people who want it. I can't force change upon anyone, and I'm not willing to try, okay? The woman who knows that she wants to change, she knows she's holding herself back and she's ready for something better. That's who I'm trying to help, okay? If that's not you, then we're just not aligned, and that's okay, all right? So when the timer starts, move. Because once that 10-minute timer goes off, we're done. The link is down. So stop overthinking like you always do, and stop living in fear. You already know I can help you. That's why you're still here. So just move. One last thing. Glowup Academy is lifetime access. So once you're inside forever. There's no getting away from me. I will always be here to coach you. I will always be here to mentor you, okay? So because it's lifetime access, I sell Glowup Academy for $597, and you will always have access to all of the coaching, live coaching calls that we do. Yes, you will always have access to our Sunday resets. You will always have access to ask me any questions that you have. Once you're in forever. However, because you stayed, you could have been anywhere on the internet, but you chose to stay here. That means something to me, because that means you want more for your life. Because you took notes, you asked questions, and most importantly, you promised me you were going to execute. I'm going to take the price down, and I will leave the lifetime access price down for 10 minutes. But once that 10-minute timer goes off, we're done, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, so you can still get in. But move. Don't overthink. Because when that 10-minute timer goes off, it is back up to $597. People buy it. Yesterday, 4 women joined at $597. So, just move. Okay? Okay. One more thing, sorry. Once you join, before you leave off of this live, I need you to confirm to me that you received your email and you have full access inside of Glowup Academy. A lot of times the autocorrect gets us. Sometimes you are so excited about joining, you misspell Gmail, okay? Listen, I want to make sure that everyone is where they are supposed to be. So do not click off my live until you come back to this live and say, Jazz, I got everything. I am inside. I am inboxing you now. Okay? Please don't do it. All right? Once you are inside, then you can leave this live. Okay? And I'll be messaging you as soon as I get off of this live, because I hop right inside of there once I get off of here. Okay? So please do not leave me until you let me know you got your email. Okay? All right, I'm gonna start with TikTok. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang tight. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile. Now this TikTok menu right here, y'all are on my main account. This is my backup, so the profile does not look like this. However, the link is still the same, okay? You're gonna click where it says Glowup Lounge HQ, and then you're gonna click on this red button that says open. And you click on this top button that says Glowup Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then here we are. It is already marked down. Become the woman who actually follows through, $249. It will say $249 for 10 minutes, and then I will be taking it back up to $597, okay? Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews. I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. This is what I'm talking about. Please make sure y'all don't misspell .com, Gmail, AOL, whatever. Please quadruple check, because what you put in is where it's going, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up, and then click Start My Glow Up, this blue button. Within 30 seconds, tops, you should be receiving the very first email from Stan. If you do not see that email, that's because there was a spelling mistake here, but no worries, we'll fix it. I will fix it right here. This is why I'm saying it is critical that you let me know you got everything, okay? Let me show you guys again. You can click on this my profile picture up at the top, come to my profile, click where it says Glowup Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button that says open, and then here we are, top button, Glowup Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for you guys to click, Ashley, I see you. Just hang tight for 1 second. As you guys are joining, just hang tight. I'm coming. YouTube, there we go. In order for you guys to lock in, your instructions are a little bit different. You're gonna leave the live and you're gonna come to my YouTube channel. Click where it says Glowup Lounge HQ right here. Click on this top button that says Glowup Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who actually follows through. Scroll down. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and click on this blue button, Start My Glow Up. You can use that to pay Klarna to break the payment up, okay? You already know what you want to do. That's why you are still here. Okay, let me set the timer. 1 second, I'm coming. You guys just hang tight. The second email that you guys are getting is coming from me. It's gonna say Jasmine Spencer. When you get that email, click on it. It'll say Access Now. It's a big yellow button that says Access Now. Click on that and confirm to me that you are inside of the community. Okay, so I am waiting to hear that before you leave me, okay? All right, let me set my timer. Okay, timer is set. Ashley, I'm sending yours now. 1 second, babe. Okay, Ashley, can you check your email for me? So you should have 2 emails. Jasmine, or excuse me, the first one should come from Stan, and the second one should say Jasmine Spencer. I need you to confirm you got both, okay? Ali, can you check your email? One from Stan and then one from Jasmine Spencer. Okay, I see y'all joining. Hang tight, I wanna finish showing y'all this. One last thing. Once you are inside of Glowup Academy, there's an inbox icon right here. I need you to click on that because I'm sending you a message. I can't help what I don't know. So please, even if you don't have time to respond to my message now, before you go to sleep, I need you to respond to my message because I want to know more about you. What are you struggling with? What have you tried? What have you not? What are your ideas? I can't help what I don't know. So please do not leave me on red because I'm gonna send another message, okay? Listen, I cannot stress the importance of having a coach and having a mentor. It's not that you don't even know it's not that you don't know what to do, it's that you don't have anyone holding you accountable. I can't hold you accountable and hold you to your word and help you stay more organized if you don't respond to me. So please, there's an inbox icon right up here. I need you to click on that. My message will be there, okay? So please don't ignore me, okay? Please do not ignore me. All right, the timer is set. 1 second. Come on in. Come on, we're waiting for you. We are waiting for you. For my ladies who are on the fence, I don't know why you're on the fence because you already know what you want to do. We've been on this live for 3 hours. And the reason you're here is because I was able to connect with you. I was able to speak to you in a way that you haven't been spoken to. That's why you're here, right? Well, what I know is this. Once I end this live, my voice begins to fade and life continues to life and stress continues to stress. Then everything that we talked about gets more and more quiet. And then you will be right back to doing what you know, making excuses, procrastinating, staying distracted, knowing that you're the problem, but refusing to change it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Join Glowup Academy and get the help that you know you need so that you can finally build the life that you know you're meant to live. Okay? Okay. All right, let's do a few more affirmations before we close it out. We got 8 more minutes left. My struggles don't define me. Amen. My struggles don't define me. Amen. A lot of times we choose our struggle. We already know we lack consistency and discipline, but we choose to stay that way because that's all we know. Imagine a life where you follow through with what you say. Imagine a life where you're selling your products and you're confident in yourself. Imagine a life where you've built up a savings account and you're not stressing about bills. Imagine a life where you pay all your bills in advance. Imagine a life taking a vacation and not having to penny pinch the vacation. You're staying in the hotel you want. You're taking the first class flight. You're staying in the country you want. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. Amen. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. Yeah, I got you. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, there we go. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, go to my profile and click where it says glowuploungehq.com. And then click on this red button, And then click on this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glowup Academy Lifetime Access. And then YouTube, I'll show you guys again. Okay, 1 second. You're gonna leave my live and come to my channel and click where it says Glowup Lounge HQ. Click on this top button that says Glowup Academy Lifetime Access. And then click, or here we go, become the woman who actually follows through. It is marked down to 249. Scroll down, enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click this blue button that says Start My Glow Up, okay? She said, I keep holding me back, not anymore. Amen, talk to me, she-mang, let's go, let's go. All right, few more minutes. I'm still waiting on 2 people to confirm they received their email. I take action towards my goals every day. I take action towards my goals every day. And if you don't, why not? Because some of y'all have been on my live multiple times, so you don't not have time. You do not have time. Nope, no you do not. No you don't. You have time. But the problem is you want to stay in your comfort zone. You want to continue to scroll on social media laughing at funny videos. You want to continue to talk on the phone with your friends about gossip. You want to continue to distract. That's what you choose to do. And then you wonder why things aren't getting done. Well, that's a choice that you choose to make. And a lot of times we let our ego get in the way and we say things like, oh, I can do it all by myself. If you could, you would. If you could, you would. It does not make you less of a woman because you need help. It makes you human. But the question is, are you going to choose to allow your ego to keep holding you back? Or are you going to choose to finally get in? Amen. I trust that life, I love this one. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why I tell you guys, sell something you already know. I remember when I was trying to lose weight and I used to always give up. I would start a diet, give up, start a diet, give up, and then gain more weight. I would lose 20 pounds and then gain more. I used to say, God, it's so hard. Why can't I get this done? And the things I used to feel about myself in those moments of constantly yo-yo dieting, finally I decided to change things up, right? I decided to hire a personal trainer, get the accountability that I need, and I lost 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds. Well, why couldn't I lose 100 pounds before? Because I didn't have anyone holding me accountable. I would say I'm gonna eat healthy, but then I wouldn't. But then you got that personal trainer, so what are we eating for the week? What you got, what's on the menu? And all those difficult moments that I endured during my weight loss journey, I was able to put that into an ebook and sell it to other people who were trying to learn how to lose weight too. A lot of times the things that you struggled with, that's the very thing you should be selling. That transformation that you went on, that's the transformation you should be selling. But unfortunately, so many of us want to live in a pity party world. You would rather cry about it and vent about it and complain about it. Gotta change that. Gotta change that. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. And if you are not, that is a choice. The reason why you are not confident in your abilities is because you never stick to the promises that you make to yourself. Oh, I want confidence, Jasmine. Do you? Because every time it's time for you to do the things you said you want to do for your life, you don't do it. You would rather watch Netflix. You would rather watch Hulu. Yes, I see you. I'm sending it now. 1 second. Okay, can you check your email for me, please? Okay, check your email for me and let me know you received my message. We have 2 more minutes left and we are closing it out. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Perfect. Thank you so much. I'm hopping in like 30 seconds. Okay, make sure you guys follow me if you have not already. They do steal my videos and make fake accounts. For those of you guys who joined Glowup Academy, I'm hopping inside now. You'll be getting a message from me in a few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that was a choice that you chose to make, okay? Listen, you can be anything you want to be, but when you continue to choose watching movies, scrolling, looking at YouTube lives, that's the time that you could be spending towards reaching your goals. And if you know you struggle with accountability and a discipline, then it's time for you to get a coach and a mentor and stop trying to let your ego take over, okay? There's nothing wrong with saying you need help. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing Thursday, and I will see you guys later, okay? Bye, YouTube. Hold on. Bye. Bye, TikTok number 2. Bye, YouTube.